Trauma-informed community development is really an holistic approach to community healing and creating a community well-being. Holistic meaning that we're looking at each person and their whole being and everything that affects them and what's important to them and them as they define themselves, and also as they define their micro-community and this small community that surrounds them. And for every small community and small person, it looks a little bit different. And as we move from micro-community and person to person and micro-community to micro-community, we're able to then affect the macro and really make a difference on the whole. So this healthy healing community is not just a culture of one little micro community here and one little micro community here, but the whole neighborhood.
In our work in addressing community trauma, we've developed a framework we call trauma-informed community development. It has 3 pillars: community support, health and well-being, and leadership development. Of course, with community support, we're talking about engaging the population most in need by addressing the felt and most immediate need first. As it comes to health and well-being, now that the population is engaged, we can begin that healing process with everything from access to health care to community-based interventions and a trauma response team to address gun violence in our community. When it comes to leadership development, our population now having been engaged and healed, we must begin to empower. And we know that leadership can be trained, that leadership can be built. And so the trainings that we have to help prepare people to be what we call behavioral health community organizers and trauma responders and community health workers, and also to develop their own leadership teams within their communities, is all a part of our work. Our approach is very collaborative, so that we know that none of the work that we do we are able to do alone, but we do everything that we do in strategic partners with the right partners, with the relevant partners, making sure that not only do we have the expertise, but also the resources to achieve healing, healthy, resilient community that we know we can build.